Hi peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zena and I am aging ethically. In today's makeup look, I want to keep it youthful yet age appropriate at the same time. And today I'm going to follow along with a makeup tutorial from Raw Beauty Kristi. She was one of the first beauty gurus on YouTube that I actually started watching, and I have been watching her faithfully for a couple of years now. She recently did a video called Elegant Glam Tutorial, and I think she used Lorac products, but I'm going to use Pure Cosmetics today. First and foremost, I'm starting out with NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I've been using this before every makeup look since I purchased it, and it is phenomenal. I'm going to go in with the Born This Way concealer, and it is in shade Snow. It's not the lightest shade, but it's the second to lightest shade that they have. And I'm just going to prime my eyelids. I'm doing this so that the eyeshadow shade really pops. Click on the link above for Raw Beauty Kristi's tutorial, and hopefully I do it justice. Now, Kristi likes to let it dry, but allow it to retain some of its tackiness. Kristi is using a Lorac palette that she was sent as PR. I'm using a Pure Cosmetics Visionary palette that was sent to me as a birthday gift. Thank you to my sister. Similar shades here, although Kristi's going to be using some silver today. I'm actually going to be using these sort of like golden shimmers, so you'll see what I mean later on. I'm going to go in with this shade, which is Role Model, and I'm going to use it as the transition. She's been on YouTube for I guess at least 4 years or so. She's made hundreds of videos. She does a lot of Halloween looks, she does a lot of glam looks, she does a lot of makeup reviews, and I remember watching her first one where she was in her bathroom and she had like I think it was like a CoverGirl palette or something, and she was so proud to use the palette and show off the different colors, and she was very soft-spoken. And now she's kind of come out of her shell and she's super comfortable, and she's one of my favorite YouTubers because she is raw, she's genuine, and if she suggests a product, she's being honest about it, and she turns down a lot of PR because she tests the products first to see if she even likes them or wants to feature them on her channel before she shoots or films videos and stuff, and I respect that so much. Like Kristi, I also lost my mother when I was young, and I can relate to her on many different levels, and I sympathize with her in the loss of her mother, and I know how extremely painful that is. I think her mother was very artistic, just like Kristi, and she has a lot of her mother's attributes. I think her mother was vegan, and I think that's when Kristi was first exposed to veganism. I could be wrong, but is Raw Beauty Kristi vegan? No. I think she was vegan, or she's tried a vegan lifestyle for dietary purposes, although she has a history of working with animals and rehabilitation, and she was a vet tech, I think. So I think she understands the ethical side of veganism, and if you watch her videos and content as I do, you'll hear her say things like she feels guilty when she eats meat, or she's eating a lot of meat for keto because she's her keto diet because she's trying to lose weight, and she's doing a lot of like shakes and juicing and really healthy raw Beauty Kristi, some raw food as well. And my thoughts on that are kind of mixed, because on one hand I'll see her post how much she loves animals, and she went on a trip somewhere, I don't remember where it was, but she saw some goats, I think, on the side of the road. I could be wrong. This was a while ago. Maybe it was last year that I saw this vlog, and she was on vacation, and she stopped with the other YouTubers that she was filming with, and they pulled over and started gushing over these goats and animals and kissing them and squeeing. And it's like, oh, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm such an animal lover. And she loves her cats so much. So much. She loves her cats like children. And that to me is a sign of someone who has a vegan heart. But then I'll see her post on Twitter, the best chicken sandwich in town comes from such and such. And then she'll take a picture of the chicken sandwich, be like, oh, it's the best chicken I ever had. She'll stop the earth to save an animal, but yet she'll still eat animals. And is that confusing? Is that frustrating? Yep. But as someone who's been a vegan for a very long time, I was a vegetarian far longer. So I was a vegetarian for like 20 years before I went vegan. And I went vegan like 6 years ago. And in those 20 years, I met a vegan who was introduced to me, and I'll never forget this. And I thought I was doing this great thing for the animals by being vegetarian, you know, and not eating meat for so long. And they're like, oh, this is my friend so-and-so, he's vegan. And when he met me, it was kind of like lackluster response. Like he was like, hi. I'm like, oh, I've saved so many animals by not eating them. And what he was probably thinking, I had no idea, or I really didn't know the full scope of how cruel the dairy industry truly is. And I wasn't willing to look at that yet. Like I wasn't there yet. Like I knew I loved animals. I knew I didn't want to eat animals. I wasn't buying leather. I was using cruelty-free products, but I was still eating gelato and ice cream and things like that. And I just wasn't making the full connection yet. I wasn't ready to. I was looking for that vegan that I met to just embrace me with open arms. Be like, oh my gosh, another animal lover. You know, I was so excited, and that I was way more excited than he was. And I kind of get why now, but I don't want to. I learned a lesson from that interaction. Like, I don't want to respond that way to someone who is enthusiastic about a vegan lifestyle or is enthusiastic about vegetarianism, you know, or meatless Mondays or what have you. Like, I want to, with open arms, happily greet anyone who actually gives a damn for the animals. And that is so important to me. And that is the lesson that I learned from that experience. Raw Beauty Kristi talks about veganism, has been vegan, loves animals. She has a vegan heart. And I think when she wants to be vegan, or when she's ready to be vegan, she will be. But in the meantime, she thinks about it and she talks about it. And that to me is so important. It's so important. I could cry talking about this, because when I hear YouTubers like herself that have a platform, and I know she just hit like 500,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable. When I hear someone who has 500,000 subscribers talk about animal rights, and it's a very powerful thing. So thank you, Kristi, for doing that. I appreciate you, and I look up to you in so many ways, and I'm going to continue with your tutorial now and stop tearing up like a wimp. This is a very blendable palette, by the way. Pure Cosmetics. Visionaries create what others only dream. That's what it says on the mirror. That is lovely. Sis, I love this palette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to dip back into this shade, and then I'm going to go into the crease and really kind of deepen it. I'm going to go into this lighter shade Idealist, which I wish I had like a lighter sort of a mauve pink like Kristi has on her palette, but this, I mean, this is close enough, and it's matte, and that's what I'm going for here. I'm just going to diffuse the edges of this. Lovely, lovely color. And it really isn't going to take much, because this is blending really nicely. This is the part where Raw Beauty Kristi cuts her crease, and she does it so fast and so effortlessly. It's amazing how she does the cut crease with ease, but I'm going to try. I'm not as experienced doing cut creases. I usually don't like to do them because I think it kind of weighs down my eye, but I'm going to try it with this Born This Way concealer because it seems pretty light in consistency. I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to put it right here on my eye like this. And then I'm going to look up. And that's where I know I'm going to cut my crease. If you see that little dot right there, I'm going to use that as a guide. So I'm going in with Girl Boss, and I'm going to go in right in the center. And then on the inside of my eye, I'm going to go with Dreamer, which is a little lighter than the one I just put on. These are really creamy, sort of really nice shades for highlight. They're very soft. Alright, and with my finger, I'm going to go with the shade next to Role Model, which is Icon. Again, these are suitable names because I think Kristi is pretty iconic. I'm going to go back with Role Model. Sort of tap it on the edge, like she says, and blend it all in. Alright, so Kristi is doing a wing liner now. She does the most crisp wing liners, and she does them so effortlessly, and she does them on camera too, which is not easy to do. She has no fear, this girl. No fear whatsoever. Alright guys, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and I'm going to put lashes on too, and I'll be right back. Alright, and that is the completed eye look with the Pure Cosmetics Visionary palette, and I absolutely love it. It's a really, really fun palette to play with. I'm still using the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Foundation with Olay. I really, really, really love it, and it has SPF 28 in it, which makes it just wonderful for so many reasons. I'm going to use a little e.l.f. color corrector. I'm going to take this peachy sort of shade, just use my finger. Now I'm not going to use a whole lot, but I'm going to go right on the inside of my eye and down where those dark sort of circles are. Back in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, which is my new favorite concealer in the world. I'm taking just the tiniest amount, just a tiny amount. Here's where the age-appropriate part of the tutorial comes in, is this under-eye routine is age-appropriate because it has been hydrated first with a nice water-based primer. Then there was a little color correcting that went on, and now I'm putting some concealer, just a dab, because I do not want heavy flesh right under here. Oh, I mean, obviously I'm wearing makeup, okay, so it's not like this is a natural look. However, I don't want that cakey under eye. Oh, no, no. Is it perfect? No. Can you still see like my dark circles and my bags? Yes. I'm 47. But it looks darn good and I'm happy with it. I'm going to take a little bit of Makeup Revolution translucent powder. Just a small amount. Tiniest of amounts. You see that right there. Take my little flat unicorn brush. And I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of it. And I've actually taken too much. And I'm just going to pat under my eye and set it before any concealer sort of creeps into my little fine lines down there. Okay, next I'm going to contour a little bit with another present that my sister sent me for my birthday, which is the Classic Blush 10 Color Blush Palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna go with, let's see, I think I'll take this guy right here, maybe these two. It's really pigmented. It doesn't take much, so I hope I didn't already take too much. Gonna go lightly to make sure. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm going right under. I have pretty pronounced cheekbones. And it's not hard to figure out where my cheekbones are, but I want to just go right under here. Makeup Revolution translucent powder. And for blush, I'm going to go with sort of pinkish tone right here. And we're going to go right on top of the cheekbone. I'm still madly in love with this Urban Decay brow blade, and actually Raw Beauty Kristi turned me on to this. So I have her to thank for this lovely, lovely, lovely item. I'm not an expert at it, but I initially started with a shade that was too light for me. This is Dark Drapes, which is the most popular shade and sells out rather quickly, but I went into Sephora and I was able to order it at the counter and they sent it right to my door. I'm going in with the blade side. Oh, I just love that so much. Next I'm going to highlight, and I'm really excited because I'm going back into a palette that I purchased at Christmas time, and it is the Pure Dr. Seuss The Grinch collaboration. I actually did a video with this and I'm going to link it above if you want to have a really good laugh. It's so bad. You know, it was one of the first videos that I made, and I've only been making videos for about 4 months, but I've evolved so much in those 4 months. At least I think I have. But, you know, just telling the story of the Grinch and Dr. Seuss, I just lost my train of thought and I didn't know how to like edit that part out, so I just like fumbled over my words, and I was going to fix that. I've decided to just leave it in because I think it adds charm to the video. Okay, so as I showed you in that tutorial, you pull this out. It's a really fun palette. It's a little awkward in that it's huge. Like there's all of, My doggy. There's all of this going on, but once you pull it out, everything stays in, like nothing falls out, but there's like a nude lipstick that changes color, and I love it. It's really cute, but it's a little too hyper pink for me. But I am going to go in with this highlighter. That's why I took this palette out, because it is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. And again, Pure Cosmetics. So I used Pure Cosmetics palette for my eyes. I used Pure Cosmetics off camera, this lash adhesive, which is phenomenal. Raw Beauty Kristi told me about this as well. This eyelash adhesive is superior. It is quite good, and also from Pure Cosmetics. And we're gonna go in and highlight. Oh, it's a really pretty highlight. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, it's so pretty. And here's where the age-appropriate part of the tutorial comes back. I'm going to lift. This is a great way to just lift that eye right up. See how it's just like NYX Lip Crayon, and it's a lip liner actually, and it is in shade Ever. That's a look. All right, come on, Jeffree Star. Now, I don't have injections in my lips, so just about every single lipstick or lip gloss will feather and bleed on me, except for Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks. So I swear by them. I'm going back into that Pure Visionary palette once again, and we're going to finish my eyes. So I'm going to take that first color that we used as the transition, and I'm going to put it under my eye. I normally use white in my waterline to brighten my eyes and to make them look larger, but today I'm going with a more sultry look, so I'm actually going to use like a black crayon. With my absolute favorite Kush Mascara by Milk. And that's our look, guys. I'm ready to go out to dinner. Look out, boys, here I come. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this Raw Beauty Kristi Elegant Glam tutorial. I love her so much with my entire heart, as she likes to say, and I want to thank her for the inspiration, product knowledge, and for her enthusiasm, and for her future vegan little heart. Thank you so much, Kristi, and thank you all of you for coming along with me. Please don't forget to subscribe or leave a little comment. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye!